Greetings, it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to a new album review as we do on a Friday. And today we've got an Australian band, one and only the multi-talented King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Now this band was formed in 2010 in Melbourne, and the current lineup of is the fantastic Stu McKenzie, Ambrose Kenny Smith, Craig, Joey Walker, Lucas Harwood, and Michael Kavanagh. As you know, they do all genres, and they are building up a huge discography. Now they've only been going since 2010, and they have just released their 25th album. As I said, and they don't just do one album, as we know, a year. They could do 1 year. I think they put out 5 albums, and this one is called The Silver Chord. It was released on the 27th of October, sort of a few weeks ago. Playing on here is Ambrose Kenny Smith, who does vocals, synthesizers, Moog Grandmother, and Mellotron. Michael Kavanagh plays the electronic drums. Cook Craig plays synthesizers. So you're starting to get what sort of album we're going to get. You got Joey Walker on vocals and loops, drum machines. Lucas Harwood on synthesizers. Stu McKenzie on various synthesizers. So you got this sort of, when you look at that, you know you're going to get a more of an electronic poppy album. So the last one was a real headbangers. So let's have a look at these tracks on here. Now the first track on here is called Theia. Now this is, as I said, this is a poppy electronic, but I love the start of this. Lots of different sounds and layers, but because this band is so good at this, you can sort of appreciate this is good. This is Poppy King Gizzard, and it's great. It's upbeat. It's got a good solid beat to it. I really like that track. Then we get the title track on this one. It's called The Silver Chord. It's a very atmospheric, ambient sound. These are great musicians. As I said, 1 minute we've got a rock album. Now we're going into this sort of poppy dance music. But it's done with such class. It's thought's gone into it. It's not been thrown together. It's been put together with love and care. And I've heard there's an extended mix, and they go off into all sorts of tangents. But the short one for the album is pretty decent, really good. Then we have Set. It's quite a dancey record. Quirky, but I wouldn't say it's my favourite track on the album, but I do appreciate what they are doing. Then we get Change. One of the tracks that's growing on me. When I first heard it, I wasn't impressed, but the more I listen to it and the more I get into it, very clever and well structured song. These guys do know what they're doing, and so they're incredible musicians, and yeah, that one's grown on me. Then we have I think it's called Gilgamesh. Got some elements of New Order in here, I think it's got that lovely sort of the drum machine sounds really good on this. That lovely different sound of keyboards that they're all adding bits in, different layers. Okay, it's got a dance vocal on it, but it works. It absolutely works. And there is nothing wrong with this track. Then we have a track called A Swan Song. I would say it's one of the tracks that may grow on me. I'm still getting my head around this one. There's too much going on for me. It's too busy. So we'll see how that favours later on in the year. Then we get Extinction, the last track. Good track to end with. It's got some lovely keyboards. It's got that beginning of it's got some very early Jean-Michel Jarre. I mean, not Oxygen, his debut album, the Palace album. Very ambient, very, very clever track. It sort of goes back to the originals of synthesizers, and it's sort of, the track sort of evolves as the synthesizer evolves. Very good track. If you really want to get the full thing of this, listen to the extended mix, which is 12 minutes, and you can see the graduation of the different sounds of keyboards. Fantastic track to end the album with. As I said, you just don't know what you're going to get with this band. This is really good. It's a poppy album, but it's well put together. It's well produced, and it has grown on me. It just shows what a great bunch of musicians these are. Will this get into my top 20? It might get an honourable mention, but it doesn't mean I don't dislike this album at all. I think it's a really strong album from them again. And you just look what they're going to bring out in 2024. Well, we might get a psychedelic album. You just don't know. And that's what I like about this band. You just don't know what you're going to get from them. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 7.5. Okay, that's all for today. But I'll be back tomorrow because, if it's Saturday, there's only one thing. It means that Richard's going to be joining me. And tomorrow we're going to tackle a topic that was suggested by someone else. Someone put it on the last comments. It was suggested that we look at #1 songs that were #1 in America, but not here in the UK. So we're going to do two. We're going to do the 1970s tomorrow, and in a couple of weeks' time we'll do the 1980s. So that's coming up tomorrow. So have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.